Hello, Final Fantasy Randomizer Marathon staff, and welcome to our submission for a Link to the Past randomizer utilizing the xDHunt Plus mode. I'm Leaf. Joining me is Ike here.
Hi, I'm Ike here. We ran this in a tournament that just ended really not too long ago. There were a lot of people in that tournament. Something like 39?
Something like that.
How many it was, but yeah, there were a lot of people. And yeah, it ran pretty well. It's a pretty popular mode. So we're interested here for the Link to the Past randomizer. It does some new things that no other tournament mode has done before.
So, the base is what we commonly refer to as cross keys. It's cross-instant shuffle, it's full key sanity. Then there's the other stuff.
Oh, we do have one other mode that we tend to have a bit on here. It's the hunt mode, where it's complete 10 of 12 dungeons. And we've had some modes before in like League where they've had complete 9 of 12 dungeons, 10 of 12 dungeons, and then go kill Ganon. So we start with that. We had that in there too. We have to do 10 of the 12 dungeons to go make Ganon vulnerable.
That'd be the 10 prize dungeons, as well as both Castle Tower and Ganon's Tower.
That's right. We also start with Pseudo Boots and a Mirror Scroll because, you're going to be digging dungeons a lot, and we'll be running around a lot because it's cross keys.
The Mirror Scroll is also important for another reason.
It is very
We'll get to that one.
For another reason.
There's Key Drop Shuffle. So, on top of all of the keys, maps, compasses, big keys being shuffled, every key on an enemy or under a pot in the vanilla game. So, for example, the keys that you get off of the guards going through Hyrule Castle. Those are also shuffled into the item pool, and their locations are checks in our game.
Or all the keys under pots in Swamp, because there are 5 of them in there that do that, in addition to the one you need normally to get in the chest.
Let's see.
That leads us to...
That leads us to fun stuff. Because those numbers we just said are meaningless. Are meaningless in comparison. Because we have a little saying that originated from the Doors randomizer branch.
Yes, we have random key doors. Completely random key doors. Well, not completely, but mostly completely random key doors.
Yeah. I think
you run to a door. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the only notable limitation is big key doors can only be vertical.
That is a limitation of the Legend of Link to the Past code, that you can't have big key doors horizontal. There's no wrapping for them. There's no way to do them. And you can't have big key doors. Actually, I think you can't have any big key doors or small key doors on the lower level of a multi-level floor. Like when you're in Eastern.
The Eastern. The best example would actually be the door, the first door to the left in the Hyrule Castle lobby. The 2 doors on the sides cannot be locked, but the one upstairs on the left can be.
Yep. The upper level ones can be, the lower level ones cannot. That's why you see when you go into Mire or you go into Eastern and you have that big key door that's kind of like you go up a little stair to get to it. That's why they had to do it that way, because you can't have on the bottom a key door. It has to be elevated on the second floor. But yeah, we can have all of our key doors be a different type of door. They can be bonk doors, they can be bomb doors, they can be shutter doors, small key, big key, or just open. The only exceptions are any shutter doors that already existed are still going to be shutter doors. And any stairs, if they didn't already have a key door on them, will not have a key door on them.
Which I think means that the only stairs that can lock are the ones in Castle Tower.
Castle Tower, Turtle Rock has some. Isn't a stair going down in Ching Chomps?
True. And Tower of Hera Basement.
And Hera Basement, yes. So you're going to see key doors in places you would not normally see key doors, which means every dungeon has the potential to have a lot of keys.
That's the big change.
That is the big. Yep, that is the big change here. Is that random key doors?
There are some
other ones that we
stuff.
haven't had yet. Yep. For example,
follower shuffle.
Shuffle. We'll start with Leafs. Follower shuffle.
Follower shuffle. So followers. There's 8 of them. You know, there's Princess Zelda. There's Kiki the monkey, the big bomb, the purple chest, the smith, etc. They can be shuffled between any of their 8 spots. Mind you, Zelda can only be present in a standard world state, which we're playing open, so one of the 8 spots will be empty. That's worth noting.
Yep, that empty spot, you just look through there, you just nobody there. You walk over it, nothing's there. So you go to rescue the old man, and you may get Kiki, which means you have to find a way to get Kiki to pod without taking damage. Good luck.
Hope you have a flute.
So yeah, followers can be anywhere, and the one follower that has a difference is the locksmith. That's normally down in the South Shore area. Will open Ganon's Tower today. It's not a crystal requirement. You just have to take him there.
He has the key, you see. And one of us will go there, mostly because the graphic to opening that entrance is really funny.
I forgot about that. Yes, it is.
So yeah, one of us will go open it for you.
Speaking of taking Kiki to pod with the flute, we have flute shuffle on. Every location in every screen in the overworld for Light World has a chance of having a flute spot.
There are 7 shuffle flute spots.
Yep, 7. The 8th one is the Meyer flute spot, which is always the same.
Now, it might be a different number, mind you. But...
It sure could. It may not be 6. It's usually 8. And one of them is always on the mountain. There will always be one flute spot on the mountain, one flute spot on Meyer. But there are 4 different sections to the mountain, 5 different sections of the mountain. So it could be in any one of those 5 sections.
What, upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right, and Turtle Rock screen?
Yep, those are the 5.
Okay.
So really obscure locations, like the little path leading up to the Lost Woods area where you're going to the pedestal, can have a flute spot.
Are we forgetting any of these settings?
Zora. I don't think we forgot anything. Oh, we start with all maps and compasses.
Except for one, because of memes.
Except these down. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that's what the meme on that is.
I do know the meme on that one, actually.
You do know. Okay.
It's a community joke.
Okay.
It has to do with a pilot spoiler joke from Gem and Clearmouse. Gem being the one who made this, one of the 2 people who is responsible for creating this mode. But Clearmouse may have piloted Gem into a Thieves' Town compass one time. Which is an out-of-character mistake for Clearmouse. And, Gem and Clearmouse being good friends, they laughed at it. Are we forgetting
anything? And they continue to laugh at it. I'm putting it in here.
World state, entrance, cross-world goal. Ganon is 10 of 12, random doors, follow shuffle, shuffle, dungeon and key drop. Suit boost mirror scroll, all maps. Flute does come pre-activated, worth noting.
Yes. And you're going to see our trackers have spaces for a lot of keys, because there are a lot of keys. And we actually have 10s and 11s in this one. They don't have the A and B anymore. It's 10 and 11. You'll see graphics for it. This Ganon's Tower will have 10 or 11 keys.
Most of the time. I had one.
Can't have 9.
I had an xDHunt where it had 6.
Oh, really? Wow.
I was
low.
impressed.
That's super low.
I mean, mind you, both Swamp and Ice had 10, so...
Oh, geez. Okay, that's what they all went to.
So, anyways. Do we have anything else of any note?
I don't think so. We hit all the key parts of this mode. So, it's insanity. But not quite insanity.
So, that all said, the way Ike and I are going to do this is we'll count down, and then we're going to actually mute our mics over here on Discord, and one of us, we will race as if this were a serious race where we're not hanging out of voice chat, even though we are absolutely hanging out of voice chat while we're doing this.
Yep. Typical races are about 2.5 hours long. About your typical cross keys seed, actually, from my experience. So, decent time limit there.
And
I'm ready to go when you are, Leaf.
I'll be ready just a moment.
I'm going to commentate over my run.
Oh yeah,
as
me
well.
too. But I just asked a friend of ours to jump in and give us a countdown so we can just both be muted.
Okay.
So yeah, I will be muting. So good luck, Ike here.
Yep, good luck, Leaf. Still waiting on our person to come in.
Frederick asked Ruby. I'm seeing he'd be willing to jump in. So.
Hello, Zervian.
I hear you need a countdown.
Would you be willing to give us a countdown so we don't have to stress about remembering mute mics and such?
Well, if you insist.
Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Alright. Good luck, by the way. You know, it's not my cup of tea, but I'm sure you two will dazzle the audience, even if the audience is just the admins. Ready?
It's always just good to run another one of these. It's been a while, and I enjoyed the mode.
If you are both ready.
I'm ready. I'm going to mute.
Alright. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Have fun.
And you'll get to see 2 different routing styles. On my end, we are listening to the wonderful soundtrack of the Final Fantasy series, as transposed by the community member Leori of Light, which is the same audio I will be using if our run is accepted. A lot of the early game in these crossed entrance modes is figuring out how to route in efficient matters and check entrances efficiently. Never going to say no to the upgrade ferry early when you have money. Unidentified small key there. The blacksmith is over here. Need some hearts. Unfortunately, it's getting a little destroyed back there, but had to refresh track because something was not functioning right on my end, so I had to do a little bit of quick maintenance. Amazed I got through that without getting hit there. Restock my bombs. And a lot of cross key modes. A lot of these cross key type modes have a lot of looking for just whatever you can get your hands on early. And we have a good example of difference. That's not normally a bonkable bomb wall. And that's not normally a shutter door. And that's not normally a key door. So yeah, you can see the randomized key doors happening here. Completely changing how we think about how to route through dungeons. We will be taking that connector once we find out what's in this. The well, of course. So there's at least 2 key doors down right side. My chat that I am doing this for submission as a live stream here. But my chat, I do apologize if I don't respond to things, as this is a marathon recording video. But thank you to them for any good luck comments. Part of the challenge of cross keys modes is adaptability. You have to be able to adapt to whatever the game gives you. Also, here comes our first check of follower shuffle, and that would be this monkey here. But yeah, since I do have a question in chat as to remind of mode, this is the cross keys with key drop, follower shuffle, randomized key doors mode. So 10 of 12 dungeon clears. Excuse me. And this is the moment of, is this even randomized? Why is Ice Rod Cave at Ice Rod Cave? Right, 2 useless key doors in. We do tend to make note of when we find key doors that aren't useful to know open. For example, the one in the upper right corner of this room. We'll take just a moment to re-show that. 3 useless key doors. I would like to follow connectors here. I forget, is the backup tavern shuffled in this? It is. I'm sorry. How many? 6 keys, okay. One thing you'll notice is I tend to be a little more aggressive with my connections. Actually, that is an important connector to point out. One thing we did not explain is we have a new form of Skullwoods randomization. We call it Zelga Woods after community member Zelga Dasan. I don't want to take this connector yet. I will mark that as dark because I know it'll help me differentiate on my own personal map. Two useless key doors in Skullwoods. And that was Skullwoods West. Skull's Bane. It's good to know where your magic shop is. There's a check there, as well as being just good to have potions. there are 2 keys in this castle tower. Castle tower. Eight keys, by the way. That was not how we intended to do that. So do a bit of, because I can easily get to check the back room over here. Yeah, okay. I will bail. That's just me getting a little greedy. That's not good. Sorry, whatever I just drank is actually old. I'm going to take just a moment soon to dispose of it. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Sorry about that. I had a moment of... I had a drink in my window, but it's old. That is our magic bat. Alright, do a bit more overworld. We had a bit of dungeon I could dive into. Also mark that off as I've got to. Well, look for anything that opens progression up more. Got some progression there. Okay, let's make our way over to where my current best lead in progression is. Back over in Kakariko. Since we now know we have a way over there, let's go grab the monkey. Pretty sure this works. Alright, now we just need to not get hit. I hate that bird. Something about that interest. That connector is really funny. I would like to knock out this pod entrance while I'm over here. As you see, while we were going through a hedge maze, we just found the frog. Jeremiah the bullfrog. Much better. Jeremiah doesn't care as much about what the entrances you go into. Bumper cave. We'll go turn in the smiths, because they're just over here. Now we just need to make our way back over to... We're running out of things to do, so we're going to have to make our way through another connector. In this case, I'm thinking a dark connector at the shop down here. So it's worth knowing we found our way out of the Big Bomb entrance, so we don't need to worry too much about the Big Bomb follower. I'm gonna just mark that off. Mark that. Yeah, there is one access. That is this connector. Excuse me. Next door over. This connector. So, from here... We have no desire to die here and lose our progress. This also means the front entrance up here is junk. Because this should be what we refer to lovingly as the useless ferry. I adore that permanently locked shutter door that you can't do anything with. Given how bad it is to get over here right now, I do not actually want to follow a connector. Spawn is back here. Alright, one key. I don't think we can get a lot in here. I can't remember if hits are on these places sometimes. Bunking square is a door rando feature. It tells you when you're in boss. More useful when your doors aren't actually set up in a pattern you can get through. Our first dungeon clear. The Lazy Kid, as we refer to him nowadays. Thank you to our former ladder administration team. We appreciate the good times you gave us. We're really just looking for anything to open up our progression at this point. So there is no one behind the blacksmith spot. That will be our way out. I think I'm about to bypass this, go check out the rest of this area, because it is still so bad to get back to. You often make decisions in this game based on how hard it is to get anywhere in your seat. And like the Dark World access on this seat at the moment is so bad, we're going to just full clear as hard as we can for a bit. But really, there's not a lot for us to talk about at this point because we're just playing it out like a cross-key seed, looking for whatever our progression is, which is honestly that mountain access we found over at the Archer game. This is just one of those things where I do have to play a little more thorough. Good to know where that is. Hold on, how many keys? 6, okay. Also a 6. I'm going to take this Death Ward, because it's easier for me to travel Dark World with more health. The Maiden. So, what we have, I did actually have to make a note that the maiden for Thieves Town is in the Old Man Rescue Cave. This point is really just we're looking for probably Ganon's tower entrance. Correction, that's more what I'm looking for. Something with item density. Those help. I always try to commit to connectors before I jump down like this. My chat pointing out, specifically my sister in chat pointing out, that the follower keeps changing colors while we're running through seed. That's because followers have interesting interactions with the different palettes of the game. Not that one. Alright, so we're just trying to find anything at this point, I think. Oh. Magic bat. It's done. Ugh. Apologies. Don't know where these yawns are coming from, but... Let's see how far the game will let me go. That far. Alright, get more pod. Think I'm over far enough to the left? Because Liz, the information is gathering moment. So one of the keys. I think there's at least one more key door. So we got a pre-activated flute. I actually don't know if that's unlocking us anything yet, but we're going to follow some connectors in a minute. Let's see what this is like. T-arm, ledge, the path there, flute 5, flute 2, in there we have, what's we use? Helping determine priorities. There's a key there, so we do it right there. Yeah, this is an interesting set of, okay, interesting is a poor choice of word. This is not a great set. Alright, Laser Bridge has a few checks, and we can see how far backwards we can go. Let's make sure we can get to Trinex, and then see what we can use our keys backwards on. Alright, so big key will get us there. I'm fairly certain this is a full clear, but I'm going to start with the front, back, and then see what we do. Or the front and see what we can do from here. I love you can dash at full speed until you're on the screen. That's an amazing touch. I've never tried that. Okay, let's go ahead. I think we're doing Hero Basement. Take a minute while we're sitting here on this coffee break to respond to a quick DM that was sent to me. There's GT. Okay. I need to go peek some doors. There's not a castle tower big key. I have to check my menu there. Short hopping. Swamp is looking pretty good. So, we don't need to drop in because it's the back of Skullwoods, so the entrance of Skullwoods we've already checked out by coming out of it, but we do need to check this entrance. We are still looking for Eastern and Mire, after all. Big key, the door there, looking for whatever key locks I can see. Ice Palace access. Okay, those doors are both locked by keys or by bombs. Those lower doors will always be open. These are the ones I'm most worried about. Key door. Key door. This door's open. Right, yeah. We have one key and we're able to make use of it to finish the dungeon. Let's go ahead and check out the catfish. I'm going to make a quick check of one more check in here. Now that we know there's an item, we finished dungeon, we can use the remaining keys as necessary. This is where we're going to do that. Let's go visit Frederick. The community, parts of the community have nicknamed this key rat down here, Frederick. I don't remember why. Purple hat. We need to rule out where the hammer isn't. We full clear. Because as it turns out, we do not need to deal with this door. the required big key door. Two of them. Swamp normally does not require a big key to clear. Four dungeons down. Who is for sale over here? Actually, no, don't worry about that yet. We can almost assuredly get to the main. Alright, first priority is getting any keys on the path to killing Blind. So, the door to Blind's door and on the way to the attic. We have one known junk key. 2 known junk key. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. Hammer would get me 6 and 7. We can get 8 almost assuredly. Get to 6 assuredly right now. My access will give me 7. This and GT are my 2 biggest densities right now. Castle Tower is 6. Desert is 7. Skull Woods is 8. Mire is 9. Ice Rod or Hammer is go. Any two of Ice Rod, Hammer, and Mire access is go. Ow. Hammer by itself would be go, but the others would be nice. Hammer won't be here. Two, three, four, five, six. I'll be turning green pendant while I'm on the mountain here in a minute. Actually, before I do that, that doesn't even feel natural to go down that way. Who's for sale? I did promise I would bring the locksmith to GT entrance. See if one of these has to be a Meyer entrance. I'm impressed with this one. Big thing we're looking for is mire. Mire is our biggest source of outstanding density. Disgusting. But that is go mode, so... Oh, I would have needed bits for hammer anyways, getting into the bat! I'm gonna do the checks along the way, these 2 checks along my way, because if I find Ice Rod, or that's faster than doing my trip through Castle Tower. Like so. Okay. Nice forced hammer. I prefer this route than the one that involves an unclean bonking, unclean dash trail. I think it's a little longer, but it's easier movement on my part. So I figured I'd see. And there's our dot done in there. Send help! I didn't even know that was in the generator. I'm sorry, that for the FFR team, I didn't even know we had send help in our endgame, our Triforce screen text options. And the fact that we do makes me so extremely happy. Unmute my mic so that when Ikir finishes, he can see that I'm done. But looks like I actually got the edge on Ikir this time. I am going to... xDHunt Plus is a mode that is definitely confusing if you don't know what you're watching. I'm going to take a quick peek in on Ikir, see where he's at. But xDHunt Plus can be confusing, but it's got so many different features that it is more than any other mode. It is completely different every time you play it. So it's one of the few that doesn't have full-on door rando that we can say that about. Ikir looks to be getting his 10th dungeon clear. So, not too far behind here. But with xDHunt Plus, we have a lot of fun showing off what the rando teams have done. What Codeman numbers? What are his numbers? Codeman 8. Codeman 8 on the Overworld rando branch. Aranon over on the Door rando branch. Sometimes we even can find modes showcase what Kara Fruit on her fork of the randomizer has done. And these randomizer devs have put in so much effort making new modes that Link to the Past just keeps evolving.
GG's, Leaf.
GG's. Got finished up on your end?
Yes, 238.05.
Yeah, 232.28.
Mistakes were made.
FFR staff should have a great time laughing at this run, honestly. Like, we showcased everything that could be fun about this mode.
Yes, including my major mistake that cost me about 5 minutes.
Which was?
So I went through ice the first time. I did the whole Mario block clip thing, and then went back and reversed and did the conveyor berry and went forward, and got the small key to Agate Tower. Well, after I got the hammer for go mode, I went and did that again, or I went into pod, and I'm like, oh, I'm short a small key. Crap. So I got all the way to the door right before Helm Store. So I went to ice because I can be nice with the hammer. And I do the icebreaker.
You forgot to flip the switch?
No, I didn't open the chest in icebreaker room. It had a pod small.
Oh.
I could have had that pod small when I did the first time. To be pod with, and then I wouldn't have had to go up to Triple Rock and beat Trinix instead.
Oh, I didn't do Castle Tower, so...
I did Castle Tower because the well was behind it, and I think the well just had...
I was going to do Castle Tower, but I did the front of TR first after clearing right side GT.
Yeah, that would have been the play.
Pulling that hammer was go mode.
I did that when I found the front. Because where was the front? Oh yeah, I eventually went to Meyer area to the front. Like, oh, I can do this. Oh, there's hammer. That's been available for a long time.
That hammer was at my go mode, Ikir.
The hammer was my go mode, quote unquote. Also, I mean, it had to be because the ice rod for TR was locked behind it. And the mids to find Meyer was locked behind the ice rod.
Yeah. No, this one forced you into a path, and it was great.
Unless Meyer was at the mirror spot where Mimic Cave is.
Nope.
Everything else I have is locked by myths.
So I take it wasn't behind the Skullwoods barrier?
Skullwoods barrier?
Yeah, the back of Skullwoods.
No. I checked that.
Okay, because I
I
did.
also never found the guy to take the GT.
He was on Big Bomb.
I never found...
Hype Cave was behind it.
Okay. Hype Cave was behind it.
There was a shovel there. I forgot to ever check the shovel because I went for better density, even though I could have fluted directly to the shovel spot.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Quick check. It was a good run. That hammer. We had all like the TR small keys early. It should have been an indicator to go to the front. I just never did.
Getting to the front was so slow without the hammer.
Turok left. Well, I was in Kakariko.
Yeah, I never followed it because I don't remember why I didn't go through there.
I did everything except go to the front and the big chest.
Big chest door was open.
I know, it was open, but I didn't have the big key until late.
Yeah.
I got the big key. It's like, cool, Ice Rod is also Turtle Rock go mode now.
Yeah.
And then,
like I was telling the staff after my run while you were finishing, xDHunt Plus, more than any mode other than, the actual door randomization and overworld randomization, more than any other mode that gets played, this mode is not the same twice.
It definitely is not, especially because dungeons don't have the same layouts twice. The whole pod, hey, the back's all locked by a big key, 2 different ways. The whole, you get the Turok big chest just by, going around from the left side to the right side. I never found the right side because I didn't even follow that until I was in go mode.
I think the right side has to be one of our Mitz locks. Maybe a hammer lock in Vu.
Or that one. Yeah, I never checked that one. So, yeah, that was a fun one. And, thanks for watching our race team, and I'm going to cut recording here.
Yeah, thank you, Rando Marathon staff, for the time and consideration. Hope to see you in June.
Hope to see you in June, and we're trying to wrangle together a good commentary crew, too, for this, the people who made the mode.
Yeah.
So. Thanks.
people who made the mode, and their best friend, because one of them's European, so may not be able to fit the slot. So we have 3 people we have in mind, and I would take any 2 of them. I
cut
hear.
my recording. Yeah, I would too. They would probably love the mode.
Yeah. Thank you,
They
FFR
may
staff. Have a
even
great
want
night.
to run it.